Hello and welcome to this mystery reading. My name is Molly, aka the Quantum Leap Queen. These readings are designed to give you a message based on what reading you pick with your intuition. So we're just going to dive right into it. I'm going to set the intention to give you the best messages that you need to hear today. And I have some fun decks today we will dive into. We're going to start with the tarot. So I'm going to ask specifically what this group needs to hear right now. I have the King of Cups, I have the Star, I have the Chariot, and I have the Ten of Wands. These are our first cards out. Just the initial feeling I get from these cards. You have done a lot of emotional work to get to the point where you're at now, which is stepping into something brand new, which involves showcasing yourself, just like this cute little cat. Very much showcasing who you are, and there's an element of vulnerability here. Showcasing yourself to be more raw, naked, showing your soul. It's very vulnerable, but also it's like the most freeing. That's what I feel is like this new chapter you're stepping into. You're showcasing your nakedness, your vulnerability, your soul in some way or another. And because you're the King of Cups, because you've had this emotional mastery now, it's like you're ready. You're ready to do it because you don't care what other people think of you. You fill up your own cup emotionally. So you're just ready to dance naked. Show yourself. Not hide any longer. And I definitely get like a new chapter is beginning because the chariot is a new beginning. And you're just ready. Like, look at the smug face. I'm like, this group is ready for it. You've done the work. It's kind of like you've equalized the process, as in like it's not on a pedestal anymore. It's not on a pedestal. It's like, I'm ready for this. I was born for this. Let's go. I will say, though, with the Ten of Wands, it's a little bit like all of the excuses that you've had from the past of why you couldn't do it. It's like they're still there and they haunt you a little bit, but it's no longer like you're going to let them run the show. It's kind of like they're there in the back of your minds, literally on your back, perhaps. But it's more, you're not scared any longer. It's like, I'm going to move forward regardless. That's the energy that I'm getting. You're moving forward regardless. Good days, bad days, whether you are in the mood to do it or not, you're deciding, I'm just going to do it because I know I need to do it. And this is what I want to do. And it's just this coming together of the energies, even though it may feel like those old things that held you back are still there. That's okay. They're still there, but you're going to move forward regardless. That's what I feel from this group initially. Knight of Wands with the Nine of Cups on the top of the deck. Again, you're starting like something new, like a new project. It could be a new relationship, but honestly, I feel like this is more like you and you. It could even just be the way that you're showing up in the world, just not in the same mindset you used to be in, and there's not that same scarcity. There's this new level of like, this is who I am, take it or leave it. I actually don't care what you think. I'm living this life for me. So I'm going to do what I want to do. It's beautiful. It really is. It's this honoring of yourself like you've never done before. And it literally is new territory. I see it as new territory. Let me ask if there's any advice for this group. The Queen of Cups. I love this queen. I'll show you in a second. Let me just see if there's anything else that wants to come through. And I have the Emperor come out on top. Oh, and the Hierophant. I'm going to keep these 3. Okay, so look at this. Queen of Cups. The Little Mermaid cat. Love it. So that's how I feel you are. It's like not needing to justify anything anymore. You know, you're really owning the emotional work that you've done, and I just feel like you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. Like you're really just in your own lane when it comes to that. I also had the Emperor and the Hierophant come out. Again, it's kind of like this smug energy of like, listen, I don't care what you think. I'm just gonna be on my throne, you know, taking up the space that I want to take up and just really claiming what you want. It's like, and I think in the past it was, I had to play small. I had to not show myself, you know, I care what this, that, or the other person thinks. And it's just not that any longer. It's something new. And with the Hierophant is belief systems. And it's also contracts. And I feel like you've created new contracts with yourself about what is possible for you, how you're going to behave, what your vibration is. You've done a lot of work to revamp your belief systems to a way that you desire it more, that helps you to operate more fully so that you can be vulnerable, so that you can express yourself. And it's not going to bother you when people don't, you know, align with you. Instead, what it's going to do is it's going to bring in the people that do align, that you are going to attract by being your vulnerable self. And it's going to repel those people that don't align. And that's okay. It's also like, I'm picturing like you have family or friends around you that maybe don't 100% agree with everything that you are. But you're learning like, that's okay. I honor them by living their life. And if, you know, they don't honor me for living mine, that's their journey. That's none of my business. You're just so much in your own lane. That's what I see. And you are, because of the work that you've done. There's a lot of beauty in what you are creating. So that's fun. I am so happy for you, truthfully. I'm going to pull some oracle cards next because I'm ready for that. I think we're ready. I want to get some big energy and some messages for you. Actually, I'm feeling called. Let's do this is the angel number oracle. We'll get some angel numbers for you. Let me ask about this group. What else for this group? Ooh. Okay. Oh, I see. We're a little messed up. That's okay. Okay, so really interesting the way that this came out. We have a 3 and a 6. The 6 came up upright, and it says revisit. And then we have 3s reversed, and it's the action. And this is a really interesting message. Not only do we have 3 and 6, 3, 6, 9, like the messages of the universe. Tesla was obsessed with 3, 6, 9. And it is just like these multiples of 3, right? Because that's the Trinity. That's when you have balance. It's not duality. It's not just black and white. It's black, white, and gray. It's the proton, the neutron, and the electron. You need it all, right? You need it all. Proton, electron, the neutron is the neutral. And the, what is it? The God, Son, the Holy Spirit? The Goddess, the Daughter, the Holy Spirit? Either way you want to look at that. It's this completeness is what I'm trying to say. And with the 6, it says revisit, and then it's action in the reverse. So I see this as like a confirmation of like, I don't need to prove myself anymore. Because it used to be like your worth came through the lens of what can I do? What can I accomplish? And that's very two-dimensional. And I think you're stepping into the three-dimensional of like, who can I be? What can I attract? Not that you're not going to be moving and taking action, but it's from a lens of I don't need to prove anything any longer. I'm just being myself. That's what I feel deeply. And I feel like there could be one more from this deck to solidify this message for you, or anything else you need to hear. I have faith. Wow, okay. 1010 faith. And then I have, it says bravery, 717, but this came out in the reverse. Again, when I think of bravery, it's not a bad thing, right? But the reason that it came out in the reverse, I feel, is to say it's kind of in line with the action. It's like you don't need to amp yourself up anymore to go and do the things that you want to do. It's kind of just like you've embodied it so much, and it's coming to this neutral, energetically neutral spot in your life where you're just moving. You're just doing the actions and you're not concerned about the outcome. You know, that's what I feel like it is. There's like no emotional amplification to get you going any longer because you've literally neutralized it so that it's literally just your life. And you don't need to make it into something you strive for, or like the goal is outside of you. You're already living in the goal. So you're literally making the moves, walking the steps from a place of it's already here. I'm not stressing. I'm literally just living my life with this thing in my vibration. Maybe it's not like manifested 100% of what you're envisioning, but you're so unattached to the goal, to whatever it is. You're just, because you're more present. I feel like you're more present with yourself. You've done a lot of emotional work to get to this point. A lot of letting go, a lot of revamping of your beliefs so that you can sit in this place of faith. And that's the fun energy you get to sit in, because it's like you've done the work now to neutralize the things that you want so that you don't need to be stressing. You don't need to be like, there needs like this energy to push and then like hope that it will suddenly manifest in your life. It's more like it's already here and it's going to come in the form that it's going to come in, and I'm accepting that, and I'm just loving the journey. That's what I feel the messages from the angel numbers are saying. So, some more confirmation for you, I hope. And let us now transition to a different deck. This next deck is I Create My Reality. I am obsessed with this deck. Let me ask what the best advice for this group is. It says, I make space for abundance. And it's all the things that you've left behind that no longer serve, and you're stepping so much more into this self you've cultivated, which is literally just bearing more of your soul to the world. Not hiding so much, not needing to distort how people see you, how you live your life. It's much more empowered now. So, this is what it says on the back here. I let go of what I no longer need. True abundance involves only what you need, what nurtures and serves you. Let go of what you do not need. Make space for abundance in your life by getting rid of clutter, old paperwork in drawers, clothes you don't wear, junk you don't use, and most importantly, the negative thought patterns in your head. Spaces you create will be filled with what the universe has for you. Exactly. Exactly. You're creating the space because you've neutralized it and you've really let go of what you don't need any longer. What either holds you down, holds you back, weighs you down, and also just what no longer aligns. You've gotten rid of what aligns because you're making the space for something new to come in. And then you just cultivate that by being this free self. Again, it's kind of like that naked energy, the vulnerability of stepping into your soul, which is vulnerable, and you're going to embody that more in this next chapter. That's what I feel. Love that. Let me just see if there's any other messages that want to come out for you. I have dance in the rain. Let's see. Dance in the rain. It says, life is about learning to just let things be. It's okay when something doesn't happen the way you have planned. Striving for perfection assumes that you know what is perfect, but many imperfect situations contain the very lessons we need to learn. Relax and allow the universe to surprise you. Dance in the rain, sing in the storm, find calm in chaos, and love in turmoil. Love that too. I feel like this message is to remind you, like, on your journey, when you have those bad days or you just kind of feel a little off in your energy, don't make a mountain out of a molehill, like, you're gonna have those days where it just doesn't feel like great, right? And to know that even though you may feel off, you're learning so much in those off feelings. Everything that you're experiencing is for your benefit, to help to grow you, to help to expand you. Truthfully, when you decide that that's how it is, that's how it is. So there's so much power to you, and you're learning how to dance in the rain, even more than you already have. It's learning how to be calm, cool, collected, and not energetically think that there's something wrong when you have these days where you're low. There's nothing wrong. In fact, it's not comfortable, right? It's not comfortable to go through those days or go through those times and be like, why do I feel this way? But if you can shift your perspective a little bit, get out of your head a little bit and kind of take the bird's eye view, it's like nothing is wrong. There's a period of uncomfortability I'm going through, but I'm learning so much through this about why I'm uncomfortable, what feelings are coming up, what needs to be addressed here. There's a lot of beauty in the rain, in the dark, a lot of wisdom we extract in those times. So that's just a reminder, a message for you. So I think that was good for that deck. I'm going to move on to my final deck here and kind of just get some last parting messages for this group. This deck is the Medicine Woman Oracle. Let's take a look. I love this deck. This is the newest to my collection, and all of the back is these colorful mandalas, and then the cards are thick and they're gold on the side. Absolutely beautiful. So let me ask, what is the best message this group can hear right now at this time? Okay, I have the Moon. Lady Moon gives you the keys to mystery and the other feminine power. I don't know if you guys talk to the moon, but if you don't, I highly recommend. The moon is, first of all, I think the moon is a very, very wise old piece of land. I don't think I literally, this is just my opinion, but I don't think the moon came from Earth or anywhere in our specific galaxy. I think the moon was imported here, and it's a piece of very, very old, wise land, okay? So, regardless of its origins, the moon is a mirror. So if you talk to the mirror, it's literally gonna be like your highest self giving you the advice. So tell the moon your problems like a therapist. Like literally talk to the moon in your head. Just look, like when you're looking at the moon, tell it your problems. Build this relationship if you don't already have one with the moon, because the moon is magic. The moon is a literal magic. So when you are telling the moon your problems, when you're asking for solutions for the moon to help you out, she's listening and she will help you. This has been my experience. But you also have to believe, you have to have that belief system that that's possible. If you don't have that, then you're not connected to the magic, really. So that's just a message. So talk to the moon. Do more moon ritual stuff too that feels aligned. I think that's just a reminder to connect to Mother Moon. Okay. Empowerment. Assert yourself and shine your power now. That's exactly what you're doing. You are in this new chapter of empowerment, and it feels very, very new. Like you've never been to this level of authenticity and expression yet. Not this level. This is like new level empowerment. It's like you're not afraid as much to be seen, to shine, because that is so freeing, to take up the space, to claim the space that you know you have within you and that you actually desire to take up. And no longer that suppression. It's not so prevalent for you any longer. I have the path of beauty. Walking your path of beauty elevates your feminine soul. Ooh, okay, this is a great message. I think that this is saying like, you want to be, if you're feeling off, or actually this is probably more of like a routine thing that you're wanting to incorporate, but it is the message of the beautifying of yourself. And it doesn't have to be hair, makeup, it doesn't have to be any of that, but it can just be taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself in lovely ways. Whether that's taking a bath, whether that's taking a specific class like you've wanted to take in the past. It's stuff like that. It's getting your nails done. It is getting up, getting dressed. It is doing that workout class that you promised yourself. It could be a gentle workout class. It just be a gentle walk. You know, like the things, those little things that you do to help amplify your... It's beauty from the inside, though. Yes, some of the outside stuff feels nice, right? But the main message is like that inside beauty where you feel, even like mirror work is what I'm hearing, like the affirmations, looking at your eyes in the mirror and reprogramming yourself, how you see yourself through that kind of work. So you know what this is for you, and maybe you felt the itch to just focus more on your inner and outer beauty, and you have full permission. In fact, I think that's going to make you even more, well, I say vulnerable, but not that. It is vulnerable, but it's more amplifying, like to everything about you. It's not even about other people. It's about you. It's about you feeling good and you feeling beautiful and you feeling like, I took the time out of my week or out of my day to do this 30-minute bubble bath with me, to invest in some, let's say you're learning another language, to invest in a session a week, to talk to someone, to have a class. I feel beautiful by expanding myself or by amplifying, taking care of myself. That's really going to help you personally, and then that's going to ripple out into the things that you're doing, your business, your relationships. Everything gets better when you focus on taking care, right? So, and then the last one is healing. I support you on the path of healing. You've done a lot of healing, and it just never ends, right? Like healing is just a continuous thing because you're learning more. And it's just about transcendence. It's kind of like the things that you struggle with now, it'll come back around. Maybe in this life, maybe another life. Like energy is never destroyed, right? It's just like recycled. And that's what I feel like this is saying. I looked at the clock, it's 11:11. So healing is a continuous thing. And I think I was going to say become a master of it, but we think that we've mastered it and then there's more, right? So it's kind of just that acceptance of there's still going to be things that come up and I can deal with them. And it's kind of like, since the hat is so big in this picture, it's making me think like, I've done a lot of healing. I know how to help myself through these things. I know the resources that are available to me. Those are the vibes I'm getting. So you've done a lot of work. You have. Acknowledge that. And also, you know what to do when more work comes up. And I'm also hearing this message, don't beat yourself up if you stay in a state of feeling down. If you kind of like go to your lowest impulses, let's say if you're feeling bad and you do kind of the habits that you don't want to be doing, the best thing that you can do, I've learned this for myself, is not to beat yourself up when you go to those things, when you default back. Because what I found was if I beat myself up, if I get mad at myself or go like, stupid, why would I go back to that? It's kind of like that shame. Then I'm applying shame to what I did. And then it's kind of like, it's adding this extra layer of judgment that doesn't need to be there. You already did the thing. You're already going to have the consequences. Let's say it's like overeating. Let's say you binged on like some sugar one night. And it's kind of like, I'm already going to have the consequences of feeling crappy. My skin's probably going to break out. I'm probably going to maybe gain a few pounds or two. But it's like, I'm accepting. And I don't need to add that extra layer of, well, why'd you do that? And kind of like up in your head, like, I'm so stupid. And like, those kinds of, no. It's just kind of like the opposite. It's like you got to have compassion for yourself more in those scenarios and instead bring in the love. Like I can see that something was off and you were upset and you went to the coping mechanism of this because you wanted the comfort of this. They're having a rummage sale behind me. That's why there's people. Normally there's not. But yeah, that's a message and just a reminder. When you step more into that love, that compassion for going back and doing these things you don't prefer to do, I feel like that actually helps you get out of that hole and to go into better action steps that you end up taking for yourself then. Because there's not that shame and that judgment because that almost it literally keeps you more trapped to those things that you don't prefer to be doing. So that is just a little hack I have found for myself. And it's really helped me to shed some really old things. So that's what I would suggest. So my fellow peoples, my fellow souls, thank you so much for joining me. That includes this particular mystery reading. If you enjoy, definitely make sure to do thumbs up, comment how it resonates with you, subscribe, because these readings are meant to be not only timeless, but they're meant to be a resource for you to come to and to practice your own intuition, your connection to source, your inner magic, your witchiness by picking or reading simplemente based on how it's coming out to you, how it jumps off the page to you. So that is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it brought you some clarity, some guidance, and we'll see you guys on the next reading. Thanks a lot. Bye.